This is your spouse, not your op. This is not your
ops.
You guys are on the same team.
If your spouse is not your safe space, danger zone.
Then the husband are just like babbling fool that just bring home a paycheck, you know. But
Not
it's
too
like
much on my guy. Jesus.
Now that's not me. That's what the internet said. Welcome to
Marriage Pinnacles, Chats from the Peak, where God's favorites link up. My name is Dr. Lara.
And I'm Memi.
And this is Marriage Pinnacles, Chats from the Peak.
Welcome back.
Thank you for joining us for another episode. If you are new here, thank you. You are officially a peak seeker, so welcome to the family. And if you are new here, we want you to hit the notification bell, we want you to like, comment, subscribe, all of the things, because that's what YouTubers do.
That's what we do. And we want you guys to get comfortable.
We want you to stay for a while.
Yeah.
Pull up a chair. Stay for a while. For those of you listening to this audio, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you. Here on Chats from the Peak, we talk about all things marriage, healthy relationships, and love. And we do that from a clinical lens, a cultural lens, and a little bit of life experience.
Which is my favorite part.
That's your favorite part?
I love it.
Because
you can relate it.
You can relate it back to, you got the stories, all of that.
I love it.
The people can understand.
Make it real.
Substance. They could touch it. But yes. And so we are happy to have you here for another episode. It's just me and Memi doing a little chit-chatting today.
We're back. I feel like it's been a while.
It has been a while. We've just been having a lot of back-to-back
guest episodes,
which I'm not mad at all.
No, I love it.
I feel like it's expanding our audience. We're learning about new things from different perspectives. It's been really good.
Yeah, because I feel like we got to the point of our show where we were like, okay, did we talk about everything? I feel like we talked about everything. So now we
really haven't.
We haven't even scratched the surface. There's still some topics y'all probably are aware. There's some topics that we're running from. I'm not going to put us out there.
Don't put us out there, please. Because we're like, that's the one we want. That's the one we want. So
right.
Don't say it.
So there's some topics that we are waiting for experts to come in and talk about.
Yeah.
But, we're doing the best we can.
We're doing the best
with what we got.
We're doing a pretty good job. I can't even lie. But yeah, so we just want to thank you guys for rocking with us. Memi, it's not even an official internet chokehold, which is, that's just when we find out what's going on the internet.
Yeah.
The interwebs, all of the things, and kind of talk about it and bring it here. I don't even feel like this isn't necessarily an internet chokehold. I feel like this is just kind of like the tale as old as time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he cheated on me. Yeah. He had a baby on me.
Yeah.
He, all of those reasons, or she, because I'm not discriminating. Not discriminating. Can also be the women, but
rare. It's like, I'm just kidding.
If you are new here, one thing you want to learn very quickly, this one right here, if you are a woman.
Girl to the core.
Girl to the core.
Support women's rights and wrongs.
I am a realist. You can be woman, you can be man. Either one can be correct.
I mean, if you're wrong, yeah, but so what?
In the woman's eyes. If it's a woman, so what? If it's a man, burn him at the stake.
Yes. Get him. Down with the patriarchy.
Absolutely down with the patriarchy. Low key, we're not about to go down a rabbit hole, okay?
Sorry.
But I just feel like, this is something that's always in the media. It's always a celeb whose marriage is down the tank. Divorce. Always. Yeah. It's just a story that we're always hearing about, right? Yeah. And I think when we kind of pull out all of the reasons, we know the statistics. We know infidelity is a big reason why marriages fail.
Yeah.
We know financial reasons is a big reason why why marriages fail. Yeah. We know lack of poor communication is a reason why couples fail.
Yeah.
But I think we need to really get detailed about why we believe Marriage Pinnacle believes
this is us.
This is us. This is ours, why marriages fail, but then what we can do to combat it.
To fail proof.
Yeah, to fail proof it, And so with all that being said, I think I really want to just get into it because I really want to leave with these tips.
Yeah, we have enough time to cover
these
everything.
Are the reasons, here are the tips.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I definitely think that the 5 reasons why marriage failed that we're going to talk about today are kind of practical reasons.
Correct.
And I feel like what we're saying there, mostly every married couple has seen some of these things in some degree in their marriages.
Yeah.
So when we're saying that this is why marriages fail, we're saying that doing these things for an extended amount of time without any repair, without any attempts to fix these issues, this is why marriages fail.
Correct.
In the current state that we're in.
Correct.
And also, as we are talking, we are not going to address what we call the 3 A's, which is abuse, affair / adultery, or abandonment.
Yeah.
So those 3 issues, however, whether it's physical abuse, mental abuse, financial abuse, any type of abuse, abandonment, or affairs, infidelity, that is always going to be a reason for divorce.
So we want to make that clear that we know that those are reasons.
Yeah.
So these reasons are things
outside
are outside of that. But then also these are things that, if left to grow, these are seeds that if left to grow
can turn into the 3 A's.
Can turn into weeds. Because if you think about it, like when you look at a plant and you see it on the surface, a lot of times underneath at the root, there's a lot of intertwining and things happening underneath that you don't even see at the top. So even though you're cutting off and you're cutting your grass,
you
deep
can't see
down,
the
you cannot see the root. You don't see the roots.
That's a good analogy.
You don't see the roots, and you don't see that it's gonna keep popping,
shooting up,
back up.
Never going to stop.
It's not going to stop.
Yep.
So unless you get to the root of the matter, which which we're going to talk about 5, and there are even more than 5. Yeah. Unless you get to the root of the matter with these specific things, you're going to constantly find weeds in your garden.
Need some weed killer.
Come on. Get the pesticide, please.
Get it.
Please.
Get it.
You want to do the first one?
Yeah. Okay. So this first one is something that it's probably more impactful to our singles and seeking to be married.
Yeah.
Because it's you still have a chance to do something about it. But our number one reason why we think marriage fail is because you're misaligned from the start and you were just never on the same team.
From the rip.
From day one. So this looks like having no shared goals or vision.
Yeah.
That means when you sit and you talk about the plans for your life, one person wants to be an astronaut, the other wants to be an elementary school teacher.
They want to stay down on Earth.
Yeah. They want to stay here. Yeah. So it's like, how do you mesh those worlds? Yeah. Like if there's nothing undercurring, like no undercurrents to those goals that connect you, like, oh, we both have a passion for community, but he does it like this, I do it like this. Mm-hmm. There needs to be something that you guys align with, that you guys meet in the middle with, and you guys want to work towards. Yeah. And then the next, this can also look like being unequally yoked. Yeah. That is a church term that we hear a lot. That's typically a Christian marrying a non-Christian, or marrying someone that's from a different religion. But it can look like a lot of different things. Yeah. It can mean that you have different beliefs. It can mean you have different guiding principles. Yeah. Maybe you grew up in a polygamous home and you're okay with that, and you want to practice polygamy, but you grew up in a monogamous home and you do not want to. Correct. From rip, you guys are unequally yoked because you do not have the same worldview. Yeah. So
that's good. Mm-hmm. And I think that also, and so when we also talk about these things, right? A lot of times it's like, of course I'm not going to marry somebody who just doesn't have the same goals as I am, right? But the thing is, we're not talking about the obvious, right? We're not talking about the like, oh yeah, I want to be out every day, I want to be in every day, and we're going to come together and we're going to kind of make it work. Yeah. We're talking about like, you're not clearly discussing what the goals are. You're not clearly discussing what your views are on certain things, because that only happens through conversation, right? Mm-hmm. We always want to plug our conversation cards. Like, get to the root of the matter. Get to the root of the matter, because once you find out that like, okay, this is how this person views child rearing. Yeah. That's an absolute no-go for me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Our vision for what family looks like is different.
It's completely different. It's different. We don't have these conversations until the kids come. And then you're like, oh my God, we fight all the time.
Exactly.
We don't see things a different way. Like, these are things that should have been addressed.
Yeah. Or I thought he was going to change, or I thought she was going to change.
Well,
don't you ever do that.
That's the one that gets y'all every time.
Don't do that.
That's the one.
I thought she was going to change. I thought he was going to change. Did you now?
I thought you were going to change.
Have you changed yourself?
What have you changed in your life?
You're talking about, I thought he was going to change. I thought she was going to change. Like,
That is such a trap.
Trap.
That so many fall into. And it's understandable, right? Because everybody knows that nobody's perfect,
correct,
right? Like, none of us are perfect. So I'm just like, yeah, he or she is a little bit flawed, but we can work on that.
Yeah.
We can do better.
Yeah, for sure. No.
You have to go into it with the mentality that who you're marrying today is who you're going to be married to in 20 years.
The person never changes, I'm going to still be married to this person.
Say it again.
If this person never changes, I'm going to love them. I'm going to stick beside him. I'm going to stick beside her. Yep. I'm not going anywhere.
I think that's one of the questions.
It is one of them.
Yeah, it's one of our questions. If I never change.
That wasn't even a plug.
If I never change, would you still love me?
Exactly.
That's a good question.
It's a good question. So like all them little irky things that he do, all them little irky things that she do.
Can you live with that forever?
I can live with it forever and ever and a day. Like... Actually, no, I cannot.
Yeah, can you?
I need to run for the hills.
You need to run. And it's hard to ask yourself those questions when you're like so deep in especially that honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase gets you every time. Because it's so hard to like imagine life without this person.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like once the, the honeymoon veil falls, you start to think like, I don't know if I could do this, but we already put in so much time. We've been together for 3 years.
You start making all these excuses.
Because my mother loves him and this and this and this.
He's part of the family. She's part of the family. Stop. Get a new family. Sorry, I don't want to be insensitive. We're teasing a little bit.
We're just playing, this is supposed to be lighthearted but serious.
Yeah, so for sure.
Just walk with us.
So number 2, we would say. Number 2 is unmet expectations. This is a silent killer. Mm-hmm. And so when you're thinking about unmet expectations, this ain't really what I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought we was about to be living the lap of luxury. Yep. Or I thought, I didn't have to cook. Like, I didn't think I was going to have to do all of these things. Yeah. And this is not what you painted it out to be for me. I thought, we've been married for 6 years. I thought we would be comfortable by now.
Yep. Yep.
And you're not speaking on how you feel. Yep. You're not sharing that, like, these are concerns for you. You're not acknowledging that you're starting to have resentment in whatever type of way. Yeah. She's not pulling her weight. Yeah. I'm the breadwinner, but
she could do a little something.
She could do a little something. Yeah. She could do a little bit more. And you're not vocalizing these things.
And that's the part that's why we're calling it a silent killer. Yeah. Because when you are silent about your expectations, that is when it kills.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't even give the person a chance to work on it.
Yeah, to fix
or
it.
Even make an attempt to do better. Yeah. Or like, okay, like, oh, she wants flowers every day.
Correct.
But she's not telling me that.
She's not saying anything.
She's just looking at me
and
sideways.
She's expecting
like,
me to know. Right.
Why you not getting me flowers?
Well, where are my flowers?
Right. Or you seeing like on Instagram, the girl got flowers and you're just like, my man don't give me no flowers, but you need to open your mouth.
And say what you want. Right. It's that quiet disappointment. Yeah. It slowly corrodes connection.
Every time.
Like, it just churns away and picks away and picks away and picks away. That is what we're saying. We want you to be vocal about your emotional needs. Yeah. We want you to be vocal about the things that you want, the type of lifestyle you want to live.
Yeah,
we want you to be vocal about your dreams and the romantic gestures that are important to you. Yeah, yeah. Like, Tella, I want you to say on a random Thursday, here's some edible arrangements just because you just a sweet wife.
Oh my gosh.
Even if you don't feel like I'm being a sweet wife that day.
Oh, is that right? Oh, yeah.
Marriage is not, sometimes it is outside of yourself. Yeah. Not even sometimes, all of the time.
I'd say that.
Marriage, it is outside of yourself. Yeah. You do things even when you are justified in not feeling like you should or feeling like you don't have to.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, like, we cannot expect our partners to read our minds. Yeah. We must be vocal about our expectations. Yeah. So, number 2 is unmet expectations, that silent killer.
Silent killer.
Yeah.
Number 3 is conflict without fear, fighting to win and not to heal.
Let me say that right, Memi.
Conflict without care.
You said fair.
Oh, what did I?
You did.
Conflict. You're going to have to cut that out.
No, you're not. Just keep going. Oh, God.
Look at my wife like, oh, now she gave me work.
We don't have to. Just keep going.
Okay. Number 3 is conflict without care, fighting to win, not to heal.
Yeah.
And in this one, we're talking about the fact that this is your spouse, not your op. This is not your op. You guys are on the same team.
Literally.
You're on the same team. This is not WWE where you are The Rock. Yeah, like you're not The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like you're on the same team. Yeah, like you guys are friends. Like you're partners. So when you have a disagreement or you guys have something that you need to resolve between the two, and I'm saying it like y'all know me, I'm going to oversimplify, but I want y'all to find your truth in it. You're going to go to this person like this person is a teammate. Yeah. Like, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. How do we solve this issue?
Yeah. Say whatever language makes sense for you, but yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is the problem that I have. Yeah. How do we fix this? How do we address this? How do we make this better for the family? Yeah. You don't have to come in gunslinging.
Because people love, I mean, when we say people, we talking about us as well. But like, people love one tally for me.
Yeah.
One check for me.
That's me.
I won that fight.
Mine is tit for tat. That's where y'all gonna find me every time. Tit for tat, you do 1, I'm gonna do 2. You do 2, I'm going to do 5. And nobody's gonna stop me because you need to feel what I felt. Yeah. But at the same time, that is not partnership. Yeah, that is opponentship. Yeah. I made that up.
You did. I was like, that's not right.
That's war. You're at war with your spouse. That's just not. Yeah. You know, and it's like, if everybody could just look at your relationship, like, we're partners on the same team. We're Correct. Business partners. Yeah, we're team. Like he's a quarterback. I'm the wide receiver. Yeah. We're working together to get to the end zone. Yeah. And if you look at life that way, imagine when your quarterback and your wide receiver are fighting. What's getting done? Nothing.
No touchdowns.
No touchdowns for nobody. Mm-mm. And that's what it's like when you go in with a problem and you like, so let me tell you about the last time you tried that. Yeah. Not no more. Yeah. That's
not even that though. Unhealthy. If we're thinking about the football analogy, right? Yeah. When the quarterback and the wide receiver are fighting, the quarterback got to work harder. Yes. The wide receiver like, I'm open.
Yes.
And the quarterback is like, I'm gonna run the ball. Why are you running the ball?
Why are you running the ball? You could
just throw it. I'm here. I'm trying to make the load lighter for you.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. I'm in my feelings or he's in his feelings. And so now I'm having to work harder to get to the same end goal.
Yeah. So instead of like having the argument to get to the end goal or to come to a resolution to resolve the conflict, you're instead in a courtroom battle of like, well, that's not what I meant. What I really meant was this. And it was like, yeah, you meant this, but that's not what it came off.
Proven to be, just trying to be right.
You're just on your defense and prosecution. Yeah. Like, it don't need to be like that. Yeah. You know?
This is not... I was about to go somewhere and I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there.
Don't go there.
I'm about to say a certain trial. And
let's not go there. Let's not talk about it.
Next, moving on. And so 4, we have drifting apart. Yeah. So drifting apart, growing separately instead of together. Mm-hmm. And I think that this one, honestly, if we're challenging our couples that have been together for some time, this one can naturally happen, right? Because you are not the same person. You're not the same person that you were when you first got married.
For better or worse.
For better or worse. It's not a good thing or a bad thing, but you're not the same person. Situations have happened. Life has happened. Careers and experiences have happened. Children have come into play. Unfortunate events have happened. All of these things have happened. And so you are growing into a different person, right? And I think it's very easy a lot of times that like when life is changing, you either grow together or you grow apart.
It's one or the other.
It's one or the other. Yeah. And what the expectation should be is that in every challenge, in every circumstance, in every situation, we're taking it as a learning opportunity. We're taking it as a learning opportunity to grow together. Yeah. Like, even if we didn't like the outcome, even if I took a misstep or you took a misstep, what was the lesson we learned out of it so that we can grow better together?
And we're both taking the same same lesson.
And we're taking the same lesson. Exactly. Correct. And I think that, we just have to acknowledge that like life happens. Yeah. Like kids, trauma, firings, hirings, like all of these things happen. And it shouldn't be an issue of I don't know who this person is anymore because of all of these things. It should be like, okay, this is a new layer and I'm curious about who this person is at this point.
I love that.
Like,
this
is new. This is a new phase of Memi.
Yeah.
I want to get to know her. Like, if we just talk about my friendship and Memi's friendship, like we have known each other since we were kids, right? And if I looked at Memi as the same person I knew when she was 11, there's so many more complexities to her now.
Right.
At her age now. So after knowing each other for 20-something years, I should not have the same expectation that Memi is the same Memi that she was at 8 or 9 or 11.
I'm not even the same Memi from a couple years ago.
Exactly.
We're not even the same people.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so I should always have a curiosity. You know, myself and Memi it wasn't even a debate. We were having a conversation the other night, and like I'm in a new, I'm not even gonna say a new space. I'm just a different person. You know what I mean? And so that the way I look at certain things now is just different, right? And I had to check myself. And so I apologized. I was like, Memi, my bad. Like, I apologize for that. And she was like, we always do that. Like she was like, I like learning new things about you. And I'm like, imagine if we took that into marriage.
Life,
Like, imagine we took that into like our like, not even our friendships, but yes, our friendships, because obviously we have a friendship, but like, imagine we took that into our relationships. And we allowed for space for our partners to be different people. And wanting to know that new part of your partner.
And I think that's the beauty of like the friendship being the foundation of your marriage, right? Because when the friendship is the foundation, those things are, it is easier to do that. It's easier for me to do that with you because you're my friend.
And I can be vulnerable with you. Absolutely.
And we're able to be vulnerable.
Correct.
You know, but some people struggle to do that in a relationship because the vulnerability might not be there.
And why is that? Because people don't feel safe.
Because people don't feel safe. And so it's like when you're growing apart, that is a sign that the friendship is eroding. Correct. The friendship is dying.
Correct.
The attraction is going away.
Correct.
Because part of the reason why it's not just like, oh, that's a fine man or that's a gorgeous girl. It's like, I liked who she is. Right? Or I like who he is. When that changes, then that takes away some of the attraction. When the attraction goes away, there's no intimacy. There's no sex.
We're not having sex.
And, you know, they say it a lot. A marriage that is not having sex is a dying marriage. So it's these are all the stepping stones that people that lead people to this path of failure, marital failure.
That's good.
So
what about the last one?
So we were just talking about kind of like safety in marriage. So our last reason why marriages fail is that there's a lack of safety in the marriage. That when there is no refuge, it's hard for love to survive.
That's good.
Love cannot live where there's no refuge. So if I'm not able to be vulnerable with you, like as we're talking about communicating, telling me what you're new, allowing me to get to know the new person, or to make sure we're growing together, or to make sure that I'm able to express my expectations to you, there needs to be a level of vulnerability.
Facts.
And in some situations, that vulnerability, that safety was never there. In some situations, it was there, and things happened in the marriage that eroded or ate away at that safety and that refuge. And that is a clear sign to divorce. When you're not able to be vulnerable, that's when people find vulnerability elsewhere.
They find safety elsewhere. You know, and that's such a good point. And you know, if your spouse is not your safe space, danger zone.
That's you're in danger. You're in danger, child.
And we don't say that lightly, but we want people we just want to have a real conversation here. Like you are in danger if your spouse is not your safe space. And then the thing is, I think that the next layer to this is that if your spouse is not your safe space, have you shared that with your spouse? Because my thing is like, it goes back to that silence, right? Like if I don't feel safe, but then I'm not giving my spouse the opportunity to repair. It's a 2-for-1. You know what I mean?
2-for-1,
So we want a situation where that lack of safety is not because it's not been expressed. We want opportunities where it can be repaired. Do you know what I mean? Like we just have the foundation is a safe space. That's good.
Yeah. I like that.
So obviously we got 5 tips. So we want if we're gonna run through them really, really quick, you were misaligned from the start. There were unmet expectations. There was conflict without care.
Mm-hmm.
You were drifting apart, and there was a lack of safety.
Yep.
And so obviously we want to leave you with gems. How do we fail proof? Like, how do we combat these 5 things?
Yeah. And before we go into it, I want to make sure to caveat it with, when we talk about fail proofing your marriage, everything that we talk about, it requires 2 people. If one person is checked out of the marriage, if one person is not willing to take these steps we're about to discuss, then these will not be as helpful for you.
It's not going to be as fruitful.
They will not be as helpful.
Correct.
Both parties need to be willing to do the work.
Absolutely.
Both parties need to be willing to take time out of their day to work on your marriage. Correct. And that is what we mean when we say marriage is work.
Yeah.
You need to take time and be intentional or purposeful, like one of our guests told us.
For sure. Yeah, we love that too. Yeah. Yeah. Because, and, I, when I was seeing clients, I would say it. Like, if you are not willing to give 120% and he is not willing to give 120%, let's cut our losses now. Yeah. Like, if one person's like, I'm barely showing up at 50%, and the other person's trying to carry the load of the 100 plus, it is a recipe for disaster.
And it's not fair to the person that is willing to fight.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like, oh, if your partner's not trying, it's time to call it quits. Some people want to pray and fast. Some people want to give it time. Some people may be going through a rough season and they want that season to blow past to get their partner back. And all those things are understandable to us.
Definitely.
But if you are in an extended period of time, that's one of the third A's. That's abandonment.
Yeah.
You are being abandoned. So
which is sad. We want that.
It's unfortunate, but that's the real conversation you need to have with yourself, and hopefully a therapist.
Yeah, be a therapist.
See, always.
Yeah. Please. So when we think about going back to that first one being misaligned, so what obviously. We know it's not rocket science, but obviously we want you to stay aligned. Yeah. We want you to stay aligned. We don't want you to just fall in love. We want you to walk in sync. Think about it. Think about a song where it's like multiple parts.
Yeah.
And it's the harmonies. It's just like.
Harmonies be on point.
Just be like, oh.
Yeah.
How do we get here? Yeah. It took time.
Yeah.
It took tuning. It took all of that to happen for you guys to walk in sync and to be harmonious. And so it's not just let's get on the same page. We need to find hobbies together.
Yeah.
We need to be able to do things together that we enjoy. Mm-hmm. Like, what were we doing when we were dating? And again, you may have grown into different people, but have we reestablished what that looks like now in this current season of life that we're in? You know what I mean? What else? Like, we want you to create new memories.
That's so important.
Because new memories gives you another anchor to hold on to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like, we want you to think about getting your battery from like 25% and you want a life-saving, for all my iPhone users, like you want that life-saving. Let me let's turn it off and put it on the yellow, conserve a little bit more, and it's just depleting. It's like, let's plug it in and watch. Let's let the battery go up a little bit.
And recharge yourself. I love that.
There's so many things. Prioritize intimacy. Have sex.
Yes, please.
Connect.
Do it. Trust us.
Do the hokey pokey. What the nookie? The get some. Get some, please.
In my class, they call it, well, they don't call it sex, but they call the step before to rebuild intimacy nuddling. So like naked cuddling.
Naked cuddling. Spooning without clothes on.
To get you back to that point,
Yes, we want couples going in the same direction, not opposite directions.
Sure.
We want you to stay. And the thing is, it's so easy. Like the same way you drive a car and you take it to the shop and they say you need a tire alignment. And you're like, how? What I do though?
Like, what does that mean?
What do you mean I need a tire alignment? I need an alignment.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it's natural.
It's natural.
There's nothing you can do about it. You can't prevent needing an alignment.
You need an alignment. There are bumps in the road. You hit a pothole. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got back up.
Analogies today.
Hey,
you eating. That's a good word.
Hopefully y'all picking up what I'm putting down, But my thing is like, just like an alignment, like you hit a rough patch, you hit a pothole, and your car's a little out of whack. Yeah. You go get it fixed. You get your car back in alignment. You get back on the same page, and you're intentional about it. You're purposeful about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you have those check-ins to talk about our goals. Yeah. Where are we today? Yeah. Like, what are we trying to meet today, this week, this month? Yeah. Yeah. And you have those check-ins to talk about it.
And that is, and I think that's a good, I love the check-ins. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's such a good way to keep you on the same page as your partner. Yeah, because when you do the weekly check-in, it's like, babe, how was your week? And not in no like over glazing, like, oh, it was good. Like, no.
What was the win?
What was the win? Mm-hmm. We just heard about that. Yeah, what was the win? Mm-hmm. What was something you wish could go better? Yeah. Like, I think we have something.
Yeah, literally a retro of retros.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have that on one of our episodes, like where we created a file to help you guys through those conversations. Mm-hmm. So just staying on the same page. I think our next tip, our next reason why marriage fails with unmet expectations. Correct. So what we are suggesting is get rid of expectations. So simple, right?
We wish. We know it's not. We know it's not as easy. All. We know not that. At all. We know.
But yeah, love without the scripts that you've created for yourself.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's I think something powerful that I've learned in therapy is that expectations are for yourself. Mm. So you put expectations on yourself. Yeah. Expectations are not for other people. Yeah. Because I think we talked about this before. When you do that, you're taking control away and you're kind of setting yourself up for disappointment. Yeah. So I have expectations on myself. I expect that I can do this. I expect that I'll do this thing. But expecting someone else to do something is a recipe, like you're setting yourself up. Yeah. So it's your partner is who they are today. Mm-hmm. So you love them where they are. Yeah. Love them for who they are. Love them for all that you come to know them for.
Absolutely.
Find those good things, find the positives, and love them for that. Yeah. I'm sure your partner, if your partner is like a typical person, like, I don't want to say normal, but most people know their weak points, right? Yeah. Not everyone, but most people know where they need to work on. Yeah. They know where they need to improve. They know what they're praying, asking God for to do for them. So they don't really need you to constantly remind them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I know that I could get out of bed earlier. I don't need nobody coming like, babe, if you just, like,
sometimes you just need a nudge and to tell you, like,
nudge, and a nudge is fine. But for that to now be an expectation or like something that becomes a disappointment to somebody else, it's like, that's my, like, hey.
Fall back on
you know what I'm saying? Because you're just setting yourself up. And also another thing that I don't personally like is ultimatums. I'm not a fan of ultimatums in marriage.
For sure.
Like, if you telling somebody that you dating, like, you got 3 months to propose or I'm out of here, that's fine because that is your choice. Yeah. That's what you want for yourself.
And not even that though, but then like it also, like, is it sustainable?
Is it sustainable?
Like, you're giving me an ultimatum to make a change, right? I make the change to make you happy, but then I can't sustain the change.
Then I can't sustain it. And then it's like, then what do you do?
Exactly.
Like, So, I mean, I guess they're needed sometimes in some scenarios. Yeah. But I think just in general, I just don't think it's a effective way to kind of achieve your desired results in a partner.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just feel like just accept them for where they are and lovingly support them for who they're becoming. Because I feel like most healthy individuals are looking to become better people. Yeah. So just support them where they are. And, once that pressure is off of the relationship, you don't only create freedom for yourself, but you create freedom for your partner, but you create it for yourself as well. Sure. And then I feel like that is when the connection can really thrive, when there's not a pressure of, oh, I have to do this because my wife said so. Yeah. It's like, pull it back,
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, just
chill.
Chill out. Chill out.
Please, for sure. That's good. So I think next we talked about like conflict, conflict without care. And so to combat that, we would discuss mastering the art of compromise. compromise. That's a difficult one. It really is not about winning. It's about we. It's about me and you. It's about us. That is the goal. And so that requires effort.
Yeah.
Whether you are a 0 and I'm 100, it requires me dialing it down. That requires effort. And it requires you revving it up.
Yeah.
They both require work.
Yeah.
So there's no one lost in effort.
Yeah.
Effort's required on both ends.
On both ends.
Period.
Yeah.
And what part do you play in addressing your partner's concerns? Yeah. So I have now expressed to you that I would like you to get up earlier. Let's say that. Let's use that example. I would like you to get up earlier. It is not my job to give her an ultimatum about it. It's ultimatum. It is my job to say, how can I support her in getting up earlier?
So good. Oh, you ate that. That's so good.
And unfortunately, we feel justified because that is her problem. Yeah. But for the fact it's impacting me, it is a we problem.
It's a we problem. And then the effort on me is now to remember okay, I know that me getting up makes his life easier.
Yes.
So I'm going to make effort.
Yes.
Right? So I'm gonna go to bed earlier. Yeah. I'm gonna put my phone outside the room.
Yeah.
So I'm not scrolling all night.
Yeah.
And him is oh, maybe she's up late.
Yeah.
Because she was doing all the dishes. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just do the dishes tonight. So you can just go ahead, go up to bed. Yeah. So that's what we talk about when we're talking about teamwork.
Yeah.
Right? When we talk about a team.
Yeah.
If like Lara said, if she has a problem, she doesn't have a problem, we have the problem. And when you start to address things like that, I mean, it just really opens the door for just so much more peace, correct, so much more connection, and just you're able to actually thrive together.
Absolutely. And we have to deconstruct this idea that compromise is somebody losing.
Yeah. People hate that word.
People
hate. When you start talking about marriage as compromise, people get, I ain't trying to compromise. I ain't trying to compromise my life.
Compromise isn't losing. We both win when we compromise. We are able to go farther when we compromise. Yeah. And I think that we need to recognize that healthy marriages, healthy relationships, they're rooted in effort. You've got to put the effort in. It's got to be mutual effort that we're both putting in. Yeah. We both need to listen. We both need to adjust. We both need to pivot in order to meet in the middle.
Yeah. And I like that. And because I think sometimes it looks like, oh, we hear this conversation a lot with wives, right? I see it a lot on TikTok, having, sometimes the husbands are like another child, or weaponized incompetence. Have y'all heard that term before?
Oh gosh.
Weaponized incompetence, huge thing. And it's apparently when husbands pretend like they can't do anything, they go to the grocery store with a list, and then they're like, babe, I don't know what spaghetti is. What kind of spaghetti is it? Or they're doing dishes and then they tear up the whole house. They call it weaponized incompetence. So it's a lot of people look at compromise from that lens.
Understood.
And I think those are kind of extreme, more, maybe not extreme. Maybe it is more people's situations. But I think when people hear compromise, they think about that. Yeah, women having to compromise.
Bend backwards.
Yeah, having to, because they take care of the whole house. They do everything. And the husbands are just babbling fools that just bring home a paycheck. But it's
much on my guys. Jeez.
Now, that's not me. That's what the internet says. But I think what we are saying is that lens, in those scenarios, the husbands need to come in and see that the wife is taking on a lot, and she's stressed out, and she's doing too much. Yeah. I need to step up.
Yeah,
if I don't know what this, I don't know what kind of spaghetti it is. Yeah. I'm gonna get 3 different types of spaghettis.
We're gonna figure it out.
And and whatever we don't, I'm gonna take it back to the store. I'm not gonna bother her while she's home with the kids. I'm not gonna act like I don't have common sense. I'm gonna do what I need to do. So that is the compromise we're talking about, So we're not saying that the woman needs to compromise even more. Yeah. We're saying in those scenarios, the husband needs to see that the wife is struggling, fighting for her life, and step it up. Yeah. So, and the next one is kind of like a continuation on the, another angle from the fighting fair and the conflicts reason why marriages fail. But fighting clean and remembering one band, one sound.
One band, one sound.
One band, one sound. Yeah. And we kind of talked about it a little bit already, but a term that I love, and my mom used to say it all the time, is that a house divided against itself cannot stand. So if you are in, we in the house together, and this house is divided, it's going to fall. It's not going to stand up. Yeah. It's not going to make it. So when we're talking about marital conflict, I think one thing that I got really comfortable with in my marriage was had to get more comfortable with conflict, because conflict is it has a negative connotation, which is, fine, but it doesn't have to be negative. Conflict does not have to be negative, because from some of my biggest, and me and Dapo's biggest growth moments happened out of conflict.
Absolutely.
Because there's a new layer that I'm understanding about this person.
Yeah.
This person is seeing a different side of me. Like, oh, damn, I didn't know.
Yeah. And how you navigate
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know you can get that crazy on me. So it's like, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that really elicited a strong response from you.
It was a visceral response.
Yeah. So it's like, that really, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, I feel at the end of the day, marital conflict should bring about more harmony versus the chaos.
That's good.
When it's just straight chaos, then you're not fighting correctly.
Yeah.
And a lot of our platform is about learning how to be married, because so many of us just get married because it's the right thing to do, because shawty fine, or because for whatever reason. People get married for all sorts of reasons, but very rarely are you taught how to be married.
For sure.
So that's a lot of what we try to do here.
Definitely.
You have to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
Because fighting is natural, fighting is normal in a marriage, but you have to learn how to do it correctly.
Yeah, that's good.
And another thing that people say a lot is that when there's a disagreement, try to listen.
Yes, actively listen.
What they say, you got 2 ears and one mouth.
Yeah, you listen twice as much as
you talk.
That's
so
right.
if both parties are listening more than they talk,
not yapping,
everyone is able to kind of get their points across and share how they're feeling.
Correct. Yeah.
Or do you want to?
Yeah, and I feel like, also even in the talking and in the speaking, we're not focusing on the negative. We're not focusing on the revenge or the get back or the tit for tats or we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on repair, on resolution.
Yes.
That's super important.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, unfortunately, your partner turns into the enemy.
Yes.
Your partner is looked at as the bad guy, and you're no longer on the same page. You're no longer on the same team. And when there's not one band, one sound, and you feel like you're not able to really fight fair, you're not able to really get the clarity that you need, that is when get professional help. Yes. As a psychologist, I'm always going to say that.
Always.
Get professional help. And it's not even just couples therapy. It's individual therapy, because we come in with our own baggage.
I'm trying to tell you.
We come in with our own
I tell you all the
stuff.
time. So many people I talk to, and they're like, we tried couples therapy and it didn't work. I'm like, that's because you need individual therapy. Both of y'all need individual therapy, because sometimes couples therapy is not. It's not going to hit that.
It's not
going to hit the same.
Healed. You're not
healed, and also it's like there's a level of self-awareness that comes from individual therapy.
Correct.
When you're able to make the connections to why your behavior is a certain way.
Yeah.
You might not even know you act a certain way because of XYZ that happened back in the day.
That's good.
Or because of experiences that you had in your life. So it's like, once you make those connections within yourself, then you're able to go to couples therapy and talk about the rifts in between the two of y'all, or the trauma that's occurred because of your own trauma.
Yeah. That you did not get repaired or fixed, or addressed.
So
And I think, like, I even go back to this idea, like, a piece of paper is a piece of paper. You crumple that piece of paper, you smooth up that piece of paper.
It's never straight again.
It doesn't matter how much you smooth it.
Yep.
Even if you iron. Get the heat on it.
It don't work.
Press it.
It's
never going to be a straight, crisp piece of paper again.
Yep.
And that is who we are.
Yeah.
Every life's curveball, every good thing, bad thing, it just impacts who we are. Yeah. And it shapes how we see the world. It shapes how we see ourselves. It shapes how we see relationships. It shapes how we move about in the world. It's always going to be a factor. And so a lot of times couples don't, they want to stay crumpled.
Yeah.
and not acknowledging that this is who we are right now.
Yeah, because it's more comfortable.
Because it's more comfortable.
Yeah.
And so marriage is like that therapy is not always like fix me and I'm done. It's like that maintenance that sometimes is required.
Correct.
We need the maintenance. We need to be able to say, okay, we've gone 3 months without. Let's get a tune-up. Let's check our alignment.
Let's check it.
Because a tire is a little off a whack or something. And not just going to therapy when it's crisis mode.
Yes, because then I say that all the time. Oh my God, I say it all the time. I tell you all the time, like going to therapy in the middle of for the first time, in the middle of a crisis or a blow up, or we haven't talked in 2 months. It is 10 times more difficult because that wall has already calcified around your heart.
That's good.
Like you are already stoned, like you already so mad.
Steve Austin, baby.
Stone cold, right? Like you don't want to talk about nothing. You looking at this person right now like you are my op and I don't like you. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say because you are in a bad place right now.
Yeah.
And so it's 10, like you will make that therapist earn every
dollar,
every cent.
Oh, child, huh? Some of them, yeah. Like
like y'all should have been came to me.
Y'all don't want to be here, so why is we here?
Yeah,
like I really like, and like I said, I don't say that to be insensitive at all, and and we're laughing, but it really isn't a laughing matter because a lot of times you're coming on your last leg.
Yeah, this is the last ditch effort,
beaten, all of that, like nothing left to give, and therapy should not be easy.
Yeah. And it's not.
It should not be easy. You should be learning about yourself, constantly growing, changing, evolving.
And that's hard.
Yeah. So we hope that you were able to glean something, even if it's one of these tips that, you feel like spoke to you. We want you to think about, like, are there areas in your marriage where you feel like a seed of misalignment is happening? I'm not necessarily fighting fair.
Yeah.
I don't really have I'm not creating the safest space for my partner. Yeah. And then get on your job. Get on your Zoom.
Do your work.
Do your work. And fail-proof your marriage.
And fail-proof it. Because look, a lot, again, we talked about the 3 A's. Those are things that are a lot more difficult to come back from. But the things that we talked about here in the beginning stages, these things are, I'm not going to say easy. I'm trying to do better with my oversimplification. But it's not impossible to come back from these things. The 5 things we talked about here, it requires work.
Still require work.
Work hard, but you can do it. You can do it. It's possible.
At me like, why did you pat the mic? But I wanted to make sure they heard me in the back.
About to blow his eardrum out. But yeah, that's all we have today, guys.
Yeah, so we hopefully you took some from the episode. And make sure you stay tuned for another episode of Chats from the Peak. Bye.